Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bar Run Forge. It's Troy, and it's another Tuesday morning tool video. Today, we're going to make a set of pickup tongs. So let's get right at it. Pickup tongs are a set of tongs that are very handy here in the blacksmith shop, especially around the power hammer. They allow us to, first of all, if something's on the ground, I mean, it's exactly what they say they are. They are pickup tongs. If something's on the ground, it's easy to pick up with these. You'll see the design of them here in just a moment. For our pickup tongs today, we're going to be using this piece of 7/8 inch rebar, and we've used this in the past, and it seems to be decent material. And what we're going to do is we're essentially going to take up 2 inches across here on the anvil. We're going to set that material down, straighten it out. The front of this piece, or the bit, has to be pretty long because it reaches out and makes a curve at the end. So you'll see that here as we draw this out. We'll most likely be using the power hammer to draw out the reins. We have that tool in the shop. I know you can do that with a hand hammer, but today we're going to use the power hammer to do that, most of it, and then we'll refine it with the hand hammer. So we're going to get this in the forge and get going. Got our steel hot. We've got a mark at 2 inches to the anvil. We're just going to use that as our mark to set down. We have drawn down what we think is a good thickness and width and length for this part of the bit. We're at about 6 inches in length, 1/4 inch thick, 7/8 across. We think that's a pretty good size for these type of tongs. Hopefully that's the case. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it, like any other set of tongs, we're going to bring it across the anvil to the edge. We're going to rotate it into our tong hand, and then we're going to go 45 to that, just to the edge, and then we're going to set that down for the hinge point. Start from our point where we had the set down. We'll go across the anvil, into our tong hand, 45, set it down. And we'll keep going back to that, back and forth, till we get where we want. That done, rotate to the left into your tong hand again, take off a cube of material, half on, half off, set down. Alright, we want to go ahead and punch the hole for the hinge point and the boss. So what I'm going to do is use this center punch. Find our center, punch that hole, and get it good and deep. Then what we'll do is we'll start punching. I'm going to punch the center part on the back side as well. We'll punch from here. That way when we go to punch the hole out, we're punching with the flat on the anvil. What we're going to do now is take this to the power hammer, draw out the reins on this end just a little bit, and then we'll do the very same thing to the other end. Reins are drawn out. We have the boss, we have the bit, and then we have two marks laid out. And this is where we're going to make a 90-degree turn. We're going to make a hard or upset corner, and then we'll make that loop for the pickup tong. To do that, we'll go over to the vise, and may have to do that repeatedly, but we'll do that on both pieces. Okay, we'll back bend that. We have both halves with the upset corners, and now the job to do is to make a loop out of these right here. We'll do that at the horn of the anvil, and we'll try to match them as best we can to each other. With the assembly done, now it's down to the fitting. So we're going to take this piece of 5/8, we're going to open the jaws up, put it in the vise, and then squeeze the jaws closed to where everything's parallel. We'll cut the end of the nibs off, put a little bit of V at the end, make sure everything's lined up, and we'll have ourselves a set of pickup tongs. We have completed a set of tongs that we have been looking forward to having in the shop for a very long time. They are exactly what we hoped for them to be. There are a few little adjustments that we'd like to make, and maybe we'll make them before they get a whole lot of use. We'll put them to the test, see how they work, and go from there. But they are going to do exactly what they're designed to do. They're called pickup tongs for a reason. The way they're designed is they're able to grab things up close, but also you can see they've got a big jaw on them, so they can pick up, like for instance this hammer billet here. Work it around. You can work in the power hammer with a piece like that, and you can work different sizes as well. So we're excited to have these tongs in the shop, and it reminds me of a prophecy and a command that was given from God through Elisha in 2 Kings chapter 13 to the king. And it had to do with a process of shooting arrows and striking arrows to the ground. And it really just came down to following God's instruction. to the letter. And one of the things that he was told to do was to pick up your arrows and strike them against the ground. And sometimes we just need to follow God's orders, God's word. When he tells us to do something, whether it's through someone else or through his word in the Bible, we need to follow through with that, even if sometimes it seems a little odd. And if we follow through with that, God won't leave it empty. His word does not go empty. We're so thankful to have these tongs here in the shop. We're so thankful to have you here in the shop with us as well. We're thankful for when you come in and watch any one of our videos here at Bar Run Forge. Make sure you check us out on all the social media. Hit all the buttons down below, and we'd love to have you for the next video. Thank you guys so much. God bless. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.